What's going on, guys? This your boy John, the Liquidator, coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlyn Clark might have fired her agent, man. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Hope everybody's having a great day today. The streets is talking about Caitlyn Clark. Now, it looked like Caitlyn Clark has definitely made waves throughout the weekend. She was at the Indiana-Ohio State game in Indianapolis, and I'm here to tell you it was a big upset too. Well, not to me, because I knew Indiana was.
The words hit like a shockwave. Caitlyn Clark, the undeniable face of women's basketball, had just made a ruthless, calculated move. She fired her agent, Erin Kane. The whispers quickly escalated to a roar, confirming the unthinkable. This wasn't a mutual parting, it was a decisive severing of ties, directly linked to a disastrous negotiation that insiders claim utterly botched a monumental Nike deal. Millions were on the line, a career-defining partnership squandered, forcing Clark to take drastic action. The fallout reshaped her entire future, sending a clear message across the sports world. Compromise was no longer an option. The reason was clear, and the consequences immediate.
At this event. Now, it's a photo that she took that actually is making waves across the internet. Let's head on over to X, get it pulled up right now, man. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know I kind of missed the day yesterday, I believe. I've just been having a lot of work going on with the other channel. I'm going to be traveling this week, so yeah, the video is going to be kind of shaky. It stated she lost the bulk. Caitlyn Clark with Connor and Alan Zucker at Lucas Oil Stadium. Now, Alan Zucker, I believe that is the guy that we got to keep in mind. The one comment said, this college Caitlyn. Now, Caitlyn Clark did lose a lot of.
Transitioning from the dramatic firing, the rumor mill immediately shifted focus. Who would step into such a high-stakes role? The answer, now confirmed by multiple outlets, is none other than Alan Zucker, a name synonymous with superstar representation. This isn't just any agent. Zucker is a partner at Excel Sports Management, a powerhouse agency representing some of the biggest icons across sports and entertainment. His involvement signals an entirely new level of ambition for Clark, moving from what many considered a stable but perhaps understated representation to an undeniable titan in the industry. The contrast couldn't be starker, hinting at the true scale of her new ambition.
It throws off your shot, hence why Steph Curry said something about it. I think Steph Curry should mentor Caitlyn Clark. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody like him in her corner, he didn't kind of had similar success. He changed the game of basketball as we know it. Their style of play is very similar in a sense, and I think she should definitely, you know what I'm saying, maybe reach out to him if she have not already. This comment stated, it looked like Caitlyn Clark has a new agent. That's how I read this picture. Now, somebody else, then it goes on to say, and she lost a very lot of weight. So I believe
the decision to bring in Alan Zucker wasn't merely about finding a replacement. It was a strategic upgrade designed to supercharge Clark's burgeoning empire. Zucker's client roster reads like a who's who of global phenomena, including the legendary Mannings, Trevor Lawrence, and even incredibly pop music icon Taylor Swift. This caliber of representation speaks volumes about Clark's trajectory and her team's vision for her future. She's no longer just a basketball sensation, she's a global brand, and Zucker's proven track record with A-list talent positions her for unprecedented commercial success. The stakes have officially been raised dramatically.
Quick, because if you guys don't know, Goldman Sachs actually purchased Caitlyn Clark agency a couple months ago. Let me see here. Goldman Sachs. Pull this up. Goldman Sachs Sports. Let's pull this up. Yeah, so we all remember this, right? So this right here, Goldman Sachs acquires majority stake in Excel Sports Management.
Digging deeper into the reason behind Erin Kane's dismissal, the central point of contention revolves around a colossal Nike contract. Sources close to the situation reveal that the previous agency's handling of these negotiations was, to put it mildly, catastrophic. It's alleged that Kane's representation fundamentally botched the discussions, failing to secure a deal commensurate with Clark's unprecedented market value and cultural impact. This wasn't a minor disagreement, it was a critical fumble that cost Clark millions and potentially limited her long-term brand growth, directly leading to the dramatic severance of their professional relationship. The misstep was simply too large to overlook.
Based talent company represents stars like Caitlyn Clark, Derek Jeter, Tiger Woods, and NBA's MVP Nikola Jokic, along with brands such as Goodyear and Under Armour. So Under Armour was represent. That's why Steph Curry was so mad. See, y'all, all of this is starting to make sense now. See, Under Armour was represented by Excel. So they had a direct line to get Caitlyn Clark. Under Armour did. I can't lie, man. I ain't rocking on Under Armour shoes. And Caitlyn Clark probably signed with Nike.
The irony here is thick. Excel Sports Management, the very agency Alan Zucker works for, was actually acquired by Goldman Sachs, a company that already had established business ties with Caitlyn Clark. Goldman Sachs had a majority stake in Excel, the agency now representing not only Clark but also other titans like Tiger Woods and Nikola Jokic. This pre-existing connection between Clark and Goldman Sachs, through sponsorships during her rookie year, suggests a deeper, more calculated play was always in motion. It makes you wonder if the seeds for this switch were planted long before the public ever caught wind. This wasn't a random choice.
Oh, so he represents both Mannings. Agent for Mannings, Taylor Swift. Bro, so he got Taylor Swift too. Wow. Alan Zucker clients. This says that he got Taylor Swift. Hold on. He got Caitlyn Clark, Alan Zucker, Caitlyn Clark. What is this? Hold up. What is this? Oh, yeah, he definitely got Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark got a new agent.
The transcript also brings up another intriguing connection. Excel Sports Management also represented Under Armour. This detail is critical because it explains why Steph Curry, a massive Under Armour athlete, might have been so vocal about Caitlyn Clark's early career choices. The narrative now suggests that Under Armour, through Excel, had a direct line to recruit Clark, potentially putting pressure on her to consider their brand. However, Clark ultimately signed with Nike, perhaps because, as the source pointed out, she preferred Nike shoes. This choice, coupled with the botched deal, adds layers to the unfolding drama.
Lawrence, football. Clayton Crenshaw, baseball. Caitlyn Clark, basketball. Whoa. Hold up. This probably is for real. This probably is for real, y'all. Let me fact check this for I yay or nay this. That's him on the far left. But this site right here is saying that she signed with him. She's with him now. Wow. Oh, yeah. She definitely Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Arch Manning.
The commentator in the source material suggested that Caitlyn Clark should consider Steph Curry as a mentor, citing similar playing styles and game-changing impact. This advice gains new weight given the Under Armour connection. If Clark had been under Excel's umbrella earlier, a mentorship with Curry, facilitated by the agency's ties, could have been a natural fit. Instead, the focus was on the Nike deal, which ultimately unraveled. This potential missed opportunity for early strategic alignment, perhaps due to previous agent choices, highlights the critical importance of a top-tier agent in navigating a superstar's brand. The stakes were always incredibly high.
New agent. She has a new agent. It is official. Wow. She definitely have a new agent. This did not even, guys, this is probably the first time y'all heard about this. This is probably the first time y'all heard about this. Gentlemen, she fired Erin Kane because Erin Kane fucked up the Nike deal. She completely slaughtered her Nike deal, bro. Wow. For the longest time, I thought that Caitlyn Clark was her uncle. Nope, an agent. He's her agent. She fired Erin Kane. Sending her with one of the partners.
The public's first real glimpse of this monumental shift came from a seemingly innocuous photo. Caitlyn Clark was spotted at an Indiana versus Ohio State game at Lucas Oil Stadium, but it wasn't just her presence making waves. The photo captured her alongside Connor and, crucially, Alan Zucker. This image quickly went viral, fueling speculation about new representation. While many initially dismissed it as a casual encounter, the discerning eye recognized the significance of Zucker's presence. This wasn't just a fan photo, it was a carefully orchestrated soft launch, signaling a major transition before any official announcement. The pieces were falling into place. Beyond the agent change, there's an interesting subplot regarding Clark's physical transformation. The commentator noted that she had lost a lot of muscle, suggesting a return to her pre-Indy physique. The sentiment was that Clark is at her best when she's leaner, more agile, embodying the style of play that made everyone fall in love with her at Iowa. This subtle observation hints at a potential re-evaluation of her training regimen, perhaps influenced by her new strategic team. It's not just about business deals, it's about optimizing every aspect of her performance and public image for peak impact. Every detail is scrutinized. The dramatic agent change now offers a new perspective on Caitlyn Clark's previous endorsement decisions. While the specific details are still emerging, the underlying tension over the Nike deal clearly indicates a breakdown in trust and effectiveness with Erin Kane. This firing underscores the critical role an agent plays in leveraging an athlete's peak market value. For an athlete of Clark's stature, every endorsement deal is worth millions, and any perceived mishandling can have immediate and severe financial repercussions. Her decision was a clear statement: underperformance would not be tolerated, especially when brand legacy was at stake. The stakes were simply too high. The revelation that Alan Zucker also represents Taylor Swift is an absolute game changer, highlighting the sheer star power he brings to Clark's corner. Swift's unprecedented success in music, global tours, and brand deals is a testament to Zucker's negotiation prowess and strategic vision. Bringing that level of expertise to Clark's burgeoning career means she's not just aiming for sports stardom, she's targeting a cross-cultural impact akin to Swift's. This move signals an intention to transcend traditional athletic endorsements and enter a new stratosphere of celebrity and influence. The ceiling for Caitlyn Clark has just been raised exponentially. The official confirmation of Caitlyn Clark joining Alan Zucker's roster, as seen on various talent management sites, solidified the rumors into concrete fact. These sites listing Zucker's clients, including Trevor Lawrence, Clayton Kershaw, and now explicitly Caitlyn Clark, provided undeniable proof of the switch. This public listing, even before major media announcements, confirms the strategic nature of the transition. It indicates that the process was well underway, carefully orchestrated to ensure a smooth, albeit dramatic, shift in her professional representation. The news wasn't just a leak, it was a strategic reveal, changing everything for Clark's future. This agent shakeup also prompts questions about the broader landscape of athlete representation. The fact that Goldman Sachs, a financial titan, is acquiring sports management firms like Excel indicates a trend towards consolidating power and resources in athlete branding. This isn't just about sports anymore, it's high finance meeting global celebrity. Clark's move into this high-powered ecosystem, under Zucker's wing within a Goldman Sachs-backed agency, places her at the nexus of unprecedented opportunities and financial muscle. She's now backed by an organization with vast capital and influence, far beyond traditional sports agencies. This is big business. The commentator's initial confusion about Caitlyn Clark's previous agent, initially thinking it might have been her uncle, underscores how quiet her representation was before this bombshell. Erin Kane, while an agent, didn't have the public profile or industry weight now associated with Alan Zucker. This lack of public recognition for her former agent further emphasizes the dramatic leap in star power and influence that Clark has now secured. It was a clear upgrade from a less visible, perhaps less impactful figure to a bona fide superstar agent known for shaping global brands. The contrast is simply undeniable. The botched Nike deal, the catalyst for this monumental change, remains a critical piece of the puzzle. While specific details of the alleged missteps are not fully public, the very fact that Clark felt compelled to fire her agent over it speaks volumes. It wasn't merely a small disagreement, it was a fundamental failure to capitalize on her unprecedented rise and secure a deal befitting her status. This incident serves as a stark reminder that even the biggest stars need elite-level representation to navigate the complex world of endorsements, where millions hang in the balance with every negotiation. Her brand was too valuable to risk. Looking ahead, the implications of Caitlyn Clark signing with Alan Zucker are immense. With Zucker's track record, expect a massive acceleration in her brand partnerships, media appearances, and overall cultural footprint. The commentator anticipates big things from Clark, suggesting a trajectory that could rival her male counterparts in terms of endorsements and global recognition. This isn't just about basketball success, it's about building an enduring legacy as a cultural icon, leveraging every opportunity to the fullest. Her move to a superstar agent signals a clear intention to dominate beyond the court. This entire episode highlights the intense high-stakes nature of modern sports business. For an athlete like Caitlyn Clark, who has single-handedly redefined women's basketball, her off-court team is as crucial as her on-court performance. The decision to fire Erin Kane and bring in Alan Zucker wasn't just personal, it was a calculated business move to protect and expand an empire. It underscores that even with immense talent, the right strategic partners are essential for navigating the complex financial and branding landscapes that define true global superstardom. Every decision holds monumental weight. The commentary also touched on Clark's preference for Nike, despite the Under Armour connection through XL. This seemingly minor detail underscores Clark's personal brand autonomy. Even amidst potential agency pressure or opportunities, her allegiance to Nike, a brand she genuinely preferred, highlights her independent decision-making. However, if the previous agent truly messed up that specific Nike deal, it reveals a profound disconnect between Clark's personal preference and her former agent's ability to secure the best terms for it. This agent change allows her to align her preferences with top-tier negotiation. The public unveiling of this agent change, initially through a casual photo and then confirmed by obscure online listings, demonstrates the rapid-fire, informal nature of information dissemination in the digital age. The commentator proudly stated this was the first time y'all heard about this, emphasizing the exclusive nature of the scoop. This highlights how major industry shifts can quietly unfold, with key details emerging from unexpected corners before official press releases. For Caitlyn Clark, this new chapter began not with a splashy announcement, but with a powerful, decisive move behind the scenes. So, what does this monumental agent switch ultimately mean for Caitlyn Clark? It's a clear declaration of intent. She's not just playing the game, she's here to redefine the entire business of being a superstar athlete. By firing Erin Kane over a botched Nike deal and bringing in Alan Zucker, the agent to legends like Taylor Swift, Clark has signaled her ambition to build an unparalleled cross-industry empire. This move isn't just about more endorsements, it's about securing her legacy as a global phenomenon, backed by the best in the business, ensuring her influence extends far beyond the basketball court. The future is truly limitless.